This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Parrott, and you are listening to the Capes and the Lunatics Sidekicks Podcast.
Time is running out, kids, in more ways than one. Welcome back to, well, I don't know if we should play the news on yet or not, but welcome back to the Legend of the Arrowverse. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it's
Little Hellfire, y'all. What's up?
That intrepid reporter.
That would be Tyler.
No, Lois. Get it?
I'm Jimmy Olsen, goddammit.
No. Charlie. So, should we hit him with the news, or should we wait till the end?
We don't have one left. Hit him with news at the end.
Okay. Hit him at the end. All right. Well, all right, everyone. So we're back for a Superman episode. Our countdown to
as it were.
True. But yes, we're counting down the Comic Capers 100, our 0 hour episode. So, of course, tonight we're going to be covering the Superman.
Prerequisite. No. Prerequisite. Nobody tell Brian.
Oh, that's right. I better not see one 0 hour article, Brian.
Nobody tell Brian.
See, we should have a ventriloquist act. I should just hit a button and you should move your lips to it.
We'll work on that for the Patreon.
I don't want to know what your lips going to be doing on the Patreon. Hey-oh. Anyway, so we are covering the September 1994 issues. Like I said, the Superman tie-in issues were 0 hour. So Superman, the Man of Steel 37, Superman, Volume 2, number 93, Adventures of Superman 516, and
Sorely missed freaking book.
What, Adventures of Superman?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And Action Comic 703.
Sorely missed return to form to good quality. He's almost gone, guys, and I can stop doing that joke. He's almost gone.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Sorry, I must be slow tonight. Yes.
Bendis.
This is not a Modern Comics could never. This is a Modern Comics is constantly doing this at this point.
This is tie-in crossovers. Everyone had at least 1 0 hour. Every DC book at the time had at least 1 0 hour issue.
And it made sense. And I actually like the way that they did this better than they did the Infinite Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is my preferred reboot.
Oh, nice.
So.
And we'll get more into the actual reboot on Comic Capers 100. Stay tuned. All right. So, yeah. Well, again, Superman had 4 books a month. So, yes, he got 4 0 hour issues.
Ka-ching.
I know.
Gratuitous crash gab alert.
Hey, Lil, remember when Superman was popular enough to maintain 4 monthly books?
I do.
And the quarterly.
I really do. And this is when this was his prime. We never knew how good we had it until we lost it, to be honest. Aww. And I complained about the death of Superman and the splitting of all those books and all that stuff, but honestly, I liked all those books for better or for worse. It was just you had to kill Superman to do that, to drum up the business, and cause comic book speculation. It's just the fallout from it. But I did enjoy the 4 books because it gave a different facet. Now he's just very one note, and that's unfortunate.
They wanted to marry him, but they had to wait for that your favorite Lois and Clark TV show.
They didn't have to. They chose to, and honestly, I feel like that's kind of a fib that they tell. To be fair, I feel like there's a lot more to that, and if I ever can pin down Robert Singer, #Spin Family Forever, I will corner him and question him about that.
All right, so we'll pin a man down. All right.
As you do.
All right, so should we get to the first one?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
All right, so
Lay that synopsis on me.
Superman, the Man of Steel, number 37. Like we said, these are all from September 94. Countdown to 0.
You don't say. Get out of town. Shut the front door.
All right. All right, so we can Jeb Friedman is taunting Clark in front of Lois while a concert is being set up. Lois and Clark leave and start to head back to the planet. Oh yeah, the Metropolis has been trashed. Yes, thank you, Lex Luthor.
You leave my husband alone.
Oh my. Anyone tell
this was Lex at his best, most devious, most despicable, most brilliant.
Nobody tell more now. Lois and Clark leave and start to head back to the planet, the Daily Planet, when Superman sees a message signaling him in Morse code. He changes into Superman and heads off to a roof where he meets Batman from Earth 1.
Take a drink!
Superman doesn't recognize that this is the 1960s, 1970s Neil Adams version of Batman.
Ruh-roh.
Batman says that he is there to warn him that there might be a time anomaly causing people from the past to appear in the present.
There's something afoot! What is this, a Legends episode? Jeez.
Again, 60s, 70s Batman, you know. Lucky it's not Adam West.
I would have killed for an Adam West.
Something is afoot. Sorry. I'm not Adam West, that's Charlie Esser.
Same difference. No, nobody saw Charlie.
Yeah, I think he'd wear that as a badge of honor.
We're doing me now. Pirates are.
Best Charlie drop.
I know. I love that drop.
Pirates are.
So yes, Batman says there's the air to warn him about a time anomaly causing people from the past to appear in the present. Superman mentions his broken back, and Batman says he never broke his back.
I ain't break no back. What you talking about, fool? I am Batman, unbeatable and unbreakable.
Meanwhile, in space, a Kryptonian vessel is speeding its way towards Earth, which we'll get to next issue. Jimmy and Ron arrive at the concert grounds, excited for the concert to begin, while the new group Riot Girls, they're hip because they have 3 R's
in their name.
Whoa. Are stopped by a bouncer from visiting Babe in her trailer.
Somebody came a little late to the Gym and the Holograms party, but it's okay. I'll allow it this one time.
I'm gonna say it's a singer, not a pig.
Oh.
A group of mutants from Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns arrive and attack Jeb Friedman, hoping to stop the
Damn you, Frank Miller. Damn you to hell.
I'm a surgeon. And the funds that will attract towards the rebuilding of Metropolis. A second Batman, Earth 31, arrives. This one also from...
The best Batman. Let's just be real.
Oh, this one also from Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns. He stops the mutants and encounters Superman with the other Batman. He also mentions the time anomaly. A third Batman, Earth 2.
This is getting out of hand. Now there's 3 of them.
Hey, Batman's always... Hey, we always say how popular Batman is, man.
This was the beginning of the end for Superman, to be quite frank.
The
reign of Superman was over after this, let's be honest.
I know. But, you know, one of them should have swooped down and said, I am the Batman.
If they redid it today, that's exactly what would happen. And watch my movie in 2022. Boom!
Exactly.
And if you have to, watch The Flash.
But yes, the third Batman from Earth 2 arrives. Lil's favorite, this one from the 1930s, you know, hanging him off the bat plane. And also talks about
crushing them in recycling machines, damn straight.
And also talks about a time. We should do some of those for We Are in the Night. All right, but
we will. We'll get there. I have no doubt.
Oh yeah, stay tuned. And also talks about a time confusion. As the first Batman from Earth 1 discusses the anomaly, he quickly morphs into the 1994 Kelly Jones Batman. Wasn't that current Batman? But it was. But it wasn't supposed to be current Batman. I don't know. As the concert begins, Perry White and his wife are sitting with Keith White, trying to enjoy the music. Noise. Yes, their adopted son Keith. When Keith thinks he sees his real mom and runs after her,
Don't get Jason Todd out there, buddy. Chasing after your real mom.
Oh, the Batmans. Yes, the summary says Bat, not Batmen. Batmans.
As you do.
Continue to morph into different temporal versions of themselves as a mutant sniper shoots Babe on stage. Superman and the three Batmans jump into action to stop the mutants, including a large tank.
Is it the Juggernaut? Wait, never mind.
Well, they did say mutants.
Exactly.
But I just hear Beast Boy from Teen Titans go, man, all these Batmans. Babe continues on with the concert and as part of her finale turns into a large vampire bat and flies off. Oh, that's right. She's a vampire. That's right. Rockstar / vampire. I forgot.
Okay, Lestat.
Jimmy Olsen, her friend, he's everyone's friend, goes backstage with Ron to hang out with her and he compliments her on the great special effects of her show.
That's why he's the redheaded stepchild. That's all I'm saying. There's a reason.
Special effects. Probably talking about her cleavage. Superman takes the. Oh, now they say Batman. Superman takes the bat. Make up your mind. Summary: Batman or Batmans. Superman takes the Batman to Emil Hamilton to see if he can discover what is going on. They continue to morph and then eventually vanish as Superman hears a high-pitched signal. He leaves to investigate, and it is the Batman from his timeline. He also mentions the time anomaly as Metron appears and warns of a cosmic crisis, and we will see the other.
Damn it, Metron!
And we will see the other side of this conversation and how Batman gets to it next week. The Kryptonian vessel arrives at the Kent farm in Smallville. When Jonathan Kent answers the door, he is surprised to see Jor-El and Lara.
Boo! Go home to your exploded planet. Boo!
So Lilith, what did you think?
It definitely is an attention grabber. It is definitely pure out, hey, we're here to grab your cash. Nerds, give me all your money. This is a stick up.
Just with all the Batman.
It's giving me all those vibes, but it was actually pretty. Exactly. It was fun. It was fast paced. And you're not gonna mind spending your money on this one. Like I said, it is the superior reboot out of all of the ones that have happened so far. Yes, it definitely was a cash grab. It felt like a cash grab, but at least it was fun. At least it didn't drag on for like three years saying, oh, we're not a reboot, we're a refresh. You know, it knew what it was, it knew what it wanted to do. It had a clear-cut, concise plan to get in, get out, and get back to business of what they wanted to move the characters forward.
And
that's what I can say about Zero Hour.
Well, the nice thing about these tie-ins, each one was done by different creative teams, so they are all, I mean, even though they're part of a larger event, they're all like one and dones.
Exactly. And also they connect pretty well together, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is always kind of crucial in these big tie-ins and crossovers and stuff, which I feel like modern comics has definitely lost the plot on.
Mm-hmm.
Although King in Black, I don't know, man. Really liking it. Don't tell nobody. Really
I know, man. I started reading.
It's very thought out. It is a very thoughtful crossover. For once in like the last 10 years, this is a thoughtful crossover. And who would have thunk it was for Venom?
I started getting Venom again, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, I mean, and again, I mean, I love the books at this time because it's like even with this crossover, they kind of, you know, kept the story their regular story going.
Yeah, like I said, this was very well plotted, and they had a lot more like time in advance to make everything kind of dovetail, and you know, into the next thing that was going to happen after this, which we'll get to eventually, probably the next reboot.
Well, like in the middle of a crossover, you still get like the supporting cast and stuff. Even Bendis can't do that in a regular issue.
Burn.
Try to keep them always.
Like modern comics could never. Like I said, I really felt like they had a very stern, firm idea of what they wanted and how they were going to get there. I feel like they did. This is probably like the last. This is like the last era of let's have a conference and discuss what we need from these characters. Out of not just each like book itself, but like each issue. This has to connect to here. Like I said, it feels very well thought out, and I just chef's kiss.
Yeah, this was the last time. Like this era was like the last one. All the Superman books were pretty much, almost like one cohesive thing.
Like I said, it's the end of the reign of Superman, and they just lost the thread on who Superman was after this because I really feel like they did. Batman has always been the number one selling merch. I don't know if you know that. Pretty consistently, it's like Batman and Spider-Man in the U.S. and then Spider-Man, Batman, and I forget who's third and like over in Europe. But like, yeah, it's always been Batman and merch. So I feel like that was the turning point where they're like, we can let Superman slide back.
Yeah,
we had more Batman movies, and they were better at the time. Up until now, were better reviewed than say the Superman movies. So it kind of made sense. They couldn't get Supergirl off the ground. Batman has a whole, popular rogues gallery. He has all those sidekicks. They sell toys. We got the cartoon. It makes more sense to push Batman over Superman.
Well, yeah.
And that's what we got.
I think merch, Batman's led in DC at least since 1989. And it's
even before that, like, it's always been that Batman merch. That's why Batman got the first, well, not the first TV show, but like the first modern TV show, if you will. We're not going to count those serials. Sorry, Superman. Sorry, George.
And I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but it's like with Batman, you can ground it a little more in reality.
Well, no, it's not ridiculous because he doesn't have superpowers.
Yeah,
exactly. And his villains have very relatable motives. It's money and chaos.
Exactly.
Whereas it's not, giant aliens. You don't want a kaiju attack every week. That's why Godzilla doesn't have a cartoon anymore. We've outgrown that.
Exactly.
So let's get to that next issue.
All right.
Which is just as great, by the way. I don't have a problem with a single one of these issues, which is like modern DC could never get Lilith to say that, honey.
Exactly. All right. So now we get to part 2. Superman Volume 2, 93. Home is the title with an exclamation mark.
Incredible Journey with the Cats and the Dogs? Oh, no, that was Homeward Bound. My fault. One of the best 90s kids movies ever.
Oh, written and penciled by Dan Jurgens.
Of course.
Friend of the show, Dan Jurgens.
Like I said, I love Superman.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Do our drop. We have one.
Hi, this is Dan Jurgens, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, this was an epic era for Dan for sure.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, they kind of like wanted him to move on to other characters and other things, and that's why we kind of lost the supremacy of Superman. Like I said, you could definitely tell they were switching their focus and their gears. But he was top notch at this. This was a peak Jurgens era.
Yes, a little bit after this, he would move to Marvel, do some Spider-Man, do some Captain America, Thor.
And honestly, you see in those early Spider-Man issues, I feel a lot of similarities to that fluidness of Superman displayed in Peter Parker and Spider-Man in costume. And I don't mean the shade, I mean that good way. I think it was something that he was lacking at the time, and it was a good choice for Marvel to tap him at that particular time.
Oh, but he wasn't writing Peter Parker, dear. He was writing Ben Reilly.
I know, you know what I mean.
I
we
know.
don't talk about that. You know we don't talk about that. That's for the sausage fest. But I will say, Dan Jurgens at his best.
I love
for
it.
Marvel anyway.
Well, I loved his Captain America. It was excellent.
I'll have to take your word for it, sir.
Oh, Charlie raved about the one character he created, Protocide. Oh, Charlie's always like, oh, they got to bring that character back.
I mean, with Disney Plus, anything's possible.
That's true. All right.
HBO Max, take notes, please, for the love of God.
We'll see what WandaVision brings tomorrow. All right, so home. As Superman is sending out his plea for help to all heroes around the planet, Supergirl...
If you can hear me.
Papa, can you hear me? Supergirl encounters some aliens from the 68th... so close, Lil. From the 68th century. Whom have
Almost nice.
who have wound up in the present time.
They could have said 99, so none of reverse.
Maybe I don't want to go that far. She starts to use her telekinesis because it's Matrix, but Superman throws their spaceship away from the Earth. Oh,
what happened to Supergirl, by the way, too? I mean, as fast as Superman devolves, they really just did not care about Supergirl. She's just never been able to take off the way that they've wanted her to, and that's kind of why I feel like the Superman family has kind of suffered, and they finally figured, oh, well, let's get them married, give them kids, give the old fogies what they want. They're the only ones buying the books.
Well, it was Crisis on Infinite Earths was so strange because they I don't know, they either killed
him the last son of Krypton.
They killed and maimed a lot of the female.
They even got the dog, man. So
Yeah, Crypto, Supergirl. But then they found a way to bring her back without making her Kryptonian,
which sucked.
But no, these days it's like they want her to be like this, they want her to be equal to Superman, but half the time they write.
No. Let's be fair what that's about. Hashtag feminism in the worst way.
No. I have no problem with her being an equal, but then they can't decide if they want to write her like a teenage girl or even make her a teenage girl in the comics or, it's
because clearly the TV show she was supposed to be a teenager the way she was written those first 2 seasons. Hashtag fight me. She was just a baby junior Felicity, and y'all can at me, but it is what it is. I've got 2 eyes and 2 ears, and that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, Supergirl in this one's weird, but
yeah, because it's Matrix.
It's the it's just what it is.
Pocket Universe.
Why'd you say that name?
Oh, now
you know how I feel about Pocket Universe.
Oh, now I see why the plan's going the way it's going. Okay. Because Pocket Universe was on there. All right, back on the ground, they meet with Lois, who gives Superman a phone with his parents on a cellular telephone, probably big as a brick.
Got money. If you got it back in '94, you got a cell phone. You got that Zach Morris brick cell phone, son.
Probably a satellite phone, so they could, so Perry can talk to Lois anywhere in the world. So yes, Clark's parents are on the other line. Before the phone breaks up due to interference, they tell him to come back to the farm immediately. Conflicted about helping out the other heroes on the current crisis or his parents, he decides to fly to Smallville to help them first. Arriving in Smallville, he not only meets his adoptive parents, but his biological parents, Jor-El and Lara.
Boo! Go home to your exploded planet. Boo!
Oh, how dare you?
My podcasts are the one consistently good thing in the DC universe that not even the worst writer,
when they're alive,
when they're alive, but they always bring them back for a reason.
I know.
Spend this.
It's like Uncle Ben has to stay dead, and then Bruce's parents have to stay dead. Those are like the two, unless it's Elseworlds tale, and then anything goes.
I mean, they were dead, pre-crisis, but I think they learned from like
the TV shows.
Well,
honestly, is what made that really.
Well, first Lois Clark, yeah, in the comics at the time too. It's like, hey, it
was nice to see that small town home side, farm boy side of him,
and especially before him and Lois got together, gave him somebody to talk to.
Exactly, good old mom pop kid advice.
Because he's a people person. I hate when they try to make him like the loner alien. It's like, no, that's Batman's,
Exactly.
Even though he has 50 sidekicks, but.
Well, what's that meme? A dark man on a journey of vengeance, and then he meets an orphan, and that's like literally every freaking anime character ever in Batman.
Oh yeah, Damian's getting a Robin book. What happened to the Tim Drake plan?
I guess he ain't selling. Careful about complaining lest he be Jason Todded.
Oh yeah, he's...
Well, they've already pretty much almost Jason Todded him. So let's get a prayer circle for Tim Drake.
I was gonna say, is he the only Robin who hasn't died and come back yet? I mean, Dick, they just thought he was dead, but
oh no, didn't they technically think Tim was dead too? Kind of, so they almost treated him like the Wally.
Yeah.
So let's get a prayer circle for Tim since we got Damian getting a book.
All right, so yes, Jor-El and Lara. Jor-El tells him that Krypton never blew up. That not only did a scientist, Gen M, create a device that relieved the pressures that threatened the world.
Let those gases out.
That's right. But that Krypton strived to restore the natural beauty of their world. His mother gave birth to a son, his brother Zan-El.
Boo.
Isn't he in a boy band?
Is that an NSYNC member?
Oh, how dare you!
Justin Timberlake's the only one that matters in that group. Nobody knows those other names. Come on, be serious.
She's
He's
not
the Beyonce of the group.
she's not home, so you know. Yeah, because she's hot.
Nobody tell Danielle.
You and her gotta talk some. I gotta convince her to talk some
90s boy band battle. Yes.
Zan-El helped to lead Krypton into a new age and was elected prefect over the entire planet. They had always hoped to
That can't be good.
There's good people on both sides. They had always hoped to search for Kal-El, but it took decades for Jor-El to formulate a serum that would free them from their dependence on Kryptonian soil. Remember, there at this point they were bonded to, that's why
Of course.
that's why the whole Kryptonian race didn't take off in ships. While they asked Kal-El to return,
Hey, any excuse is better than none.
true, Byrne tried. That was that John Byrne reboot.
Burn.
While they asked Kal-El,
At least he gave it thought. Like,
he did a lot of that stuff with Fire. Yeah. Well, they ask Kal-El to return with them. Superman figures out that the time anomalies currently affecting everything must be responsible for their presence, that they are in fact native to another temporal reality. Clark initially declines their offer, and they leave as their serum is wearing off. Superman flies up to meet their spacecraft as it flies away, and he says that he would still love to visit them. Yeah, that's going to fly up. And just as they express how proud they are of him, a coronal discharge causes them to disappear.
they might want to get a doctor to look at that.
Beat me to it. That coronal discharge. Metron appears to come. Yeah,
Metron!
Metron appears to comfort Superman, who is in despair after feeling like he has lost his biological parents again, and to remind him of the meeting in New York with all the other heroes. Superman says he will make the rendezvous, but before he does, he flies back down to tell his adoptive parents how much he loves and appreciates them.
As you should.
That's right.
If you have parents, write them a letter, an email, or a text. Let them know you love them. Especially in 2021.
Email the podcast and email your parents.
What Phil said.
But yes, we'll see that meeting in New York in the regular 0 hour miniseries on Comic Capers 100.
We did it, boys! We made it to 100. Nice round number.
Divisible by 50.
Two boobs in a long box, boys. 2 boobs in a long box.
Whoa, hell.
100.
I know. All right. And for those of you who are curious, the triangle number on this one was 34. So
no one cares, Philip. Stop trying to make triangle numbers a thing. It didn't work out. Okay?
You mean when they plan stuff? Okay. So what did you think of this one, Lilith?
It was I feel like it was meant to tug on your heartstrings.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate his biological parents. I mean, Superman's mom technically did nothing wrong, but she still married Jor-El, so she's got bad life choices. She's like Tony Stark Jr., so it's just like, get out of here. Get out of here.
And remember, we didn't know what a maniac Jor-El was until...
I've always known.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably the Marlon Brando effect. Just because he just wreaked such havoc, like if you know your lore, if you know your Superman movie lore. So for me, that's always kind of been like in my head canon that Jor-El's just a dick, and that's why Marlon Brando decided to be a dick playing him. And it just all makes sense.
You're gonna say the character of Jor-El couldn't remember his lines.
Oh,
seriously, they said
it wasn't that he didn't want to. He didn't remember them. He was above it, but they gave him a lot of money. And that was at the tail end of his career. Can we just all be honest?
Yeah, and I think they said they actually wrote them out and pasted them around the set. So
they did, yeah. He was very difficult, and it's a shame because we could have got so much more valuable backstory about Krypton. They had so much other stuff planned for that movie, and I think that it would have even been slightly better, which is why you'd have to watch the Donner cut. Donner Cut of Superman 2 or bust, or you're just missing so much. But yeah, so for me, I just don't like Jor-El because of that. Like, it's just that weird association. So I didn't feel bad, but like I get what they were trying to do. But I don't have a problem with a single issue in this whole run for 0 hours. So.
But I mean, it's you got the weird time stuff, so it's like, you get a chance to do a what if.
It's like Flashpoint. Here's this letter. Here's this letter.
Well, yeah, it's like, what's the biggest what if for, Superman? What if the whole planet didn't explode? But, for all of them, it's like,
but that's just a planet full of fascists. They have a prefect.
I know.
Ruling over their planet. That doesn't sound good to me.
But you had to do the dead parents thing, because even next week we'll get to it. There's a Batman issue where if the parents didn't die, yeah.
Oh, we've got enough of that. Not enough of that, Barry.
Flashpoint. All right, so should we get to the third one?
Let's do it.
Not only is it a 0 hour issue, but it kind of sort of introduced us to a character before he officially joined the cast. All right, Adventures of Superman 516, the hero of Metropolis. Not who you think, kids.
Plot twisty, mind bending.
All right, so in the middle of 0 hour, Superman goes to check on his home in Metropolis and finds himself in an alternate timeline. Entering the Daily Planet as Clark Kent to investigate, he grabs his wife Lois for a kiss and gets slapped as a pervert. That's what it says.
What review are you reading from? Are you reading from the Wikia or are you reading from a site?
DC database.
Oh, yeah, sometimes they're good. It's very hit and miss.
Yes. Realizing Clark Kent does not exist in this timeline, he goes back out to explore as Superman again. Almost immediately, he meets Metropolis's current protector, the Alpha Centurion, who is fighting a villainess named Bloody Mary. Oh, man, every little Hellfire fights Bloody Marys every Friday night.
No. That's for brunch on Sundays, homie.
Okay. Though she tries to kill him, Mary also appears to be strangely attracted to the Centurion. Oh, again, yeah, superhero.
Daredevil and,
Typhoid Mary.
It's a thing.
Bloody Mary, Typhoid Mary, is that?
Just saying.
The local police force arrives. The 100. There's your CW. Along with Maggie Sawyer and Jim Harper. Superman.
Remember Jim Harper, kids? Because nobody else does.
Remember when he was the Guardian kid?
Justice for Mekhi Brooks, to be honest.
Oh, he saw the writing on
Damn Diggle.
I think Mekhi Brooks saw the writing on the wall.
No, it's damn Diggle. He was supposed to be that character. Made more sense, but they're like, we want to do it, so y'all do what you want.
Superman aids in Bloody Mary's capture and escorts the wounded Centurion back to his headquarters at what was formerly
for a little healing.
Oh, at the formerly LexCorp Tower, where he rejuvenates his injuries in a healing liquid, the Aqua Vital.
It's Lazarus Pit water. Let's just
it's a fancy name for Lazarus Pit. Yeah.
Hey, it's better than tea and the will to live. That's all that I know.
Oh,
still bitter, still salty.
You have failed this. Centurion explains his origin to Superman and shocks Superman by introducing him to his girlfriend, Lois Lane.
Because she was the original superhero catnip, y'all. Y'all thought Felicity was superhero catnip. No. Lois Lane's the original.
Well, in this continuity, he meets her the exact same way that
exactly. But let's be honest, she's had a little bit of some spicy relationships. If you read old school Superman, in certain continuities, she married his dad, she married some aliens, she married a lizard, she married Lex. Just saying. Lois.
She married.
You need to put a ring on her. You gotta lock it down.
She married the devil. Everything.
Yeah, exactly.
After brief, I love Silver Age. They're just like, oh yeah, Lois is a slut. She'll marry anything.
Just to get Clark's attention.
Exactly. After briefly discussing their differences, the two heroes return to the rest of the world to fight in 0 Hour.
The final countdown.
So yeah,
we wish it was the final countdown. Sadly, no.
So yeah, so I mean, they really don't go into his origin, but yeah, he was like a Roman centurion or whatever, and these aliens take him and teach him things. And when he comes back, he doesn't realize how much time has passed.
As you do.
Damn quantum physics.
I don't think those are tentacles. Wait a minute.
Wait, were the aliens probing him?
I don't think those are tentacles.
Time flies when you're being probed, apparently. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. This is too spicy for the normal channel. My bad. Be sure to tune into our Patreon.
She's revving up for that Patreon, kids. She's like, oh, time flies when you're getting probed. It's still 2018, right?
Wait, what? I thought it was 2016, actually.
Hello.
You know, back in the good old times, the before times.
When we could go out in the sunlight?
Well, I never did, but... You know.
Oh, yeah. But you had the choice.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about choice.
You just chose not to exercise it.
And still don't. Honestly, like, if it wasn't for people dying, the pandemic's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
DoorDash is more readily available. Amazon is on point with their delivery. So is everybody, actually.
Yeah.
Target even got their 2-day shipping together. I'm just saying.
Oh,
not all bad things.
Oh, if I didn't have a family, I'd be fine. I'd be like, yeah, I'll stay here.
I never want to leave the house anyway.
Seriously.
Booze gets delivered now. Like, it took a pandemic for booze to get delivered. So I'm just like,
hey.
Silver linings. Lemons and lemonade, baby, with vodka in it.
Hey, all my good friends I talk to on a computer screen anyway, even
Exactly.
in the good times.
Yeah, we got an alternate to Skype, which is Zoom, which is superior. Shout out to Microsoft. You know I love y'all, but you did Skype dirty with Teams. And you know what you did. So yeah, I'm just saying.
I know if anyone made out like, well, besides Amazon, if anyone made out like a bandit in this,
it was Zoom.
It's Zoom.
Yeah. They're selling mics and video cameras and all. Oh, their live 8-track is actually. I'm very tempted to buy it for a mixer. Very tempted. So we'll see. I see you, Zoom. I see you.
We can have dueling sound effects if you get a mixer.
Exactly.
Oh.
Patreon only, though. Patreon only. It's a couple things I've been looking at for Patreon. So
could you see? Oh yeah, we need porn music. Or no, we need some kind of music for our movie reviews.
Get Mikey Flash on the phone. It's a must.
Yes, Little Hellfire demands we cover hard R movies.
I just like it. You know, I just feel like it's. I don't know, like, I don't like being family friendly and trying to, you know, tiptoe around rated R themes.
The hard was implied.
So I'm very excited. Plus, it's like a little more focused and, you know, smaller group chat of, you know, movies that really like.
Oh yeah,
are definitive. So I'm excited about it, guys.
Me too.
You should definitely check it out when it drops.
That's right.
Eventually, Phil will get that together though. He's the Gelman, y'all know that. But I don't know. Whatever happened to this character?
The Alpha Centurion? I mean, again, after 0 Hour, I forget how many months or so after. I mean, they brought in like that timeline's version of the Alpha Centurion, and he's like, "Oh, how do you know? You know, the Superman?" And it's like, "How do you know me?" And it's like, "Oh, kind of sort, you know."
Here's the story of a girl. Name was Lois, and she was mine.
I think he kind of disappeared by the early 2000s.
Like, I feel like he'd be a good pairing with Booster Gold, to be honest.
I'm trying to remember. They might have done a version of him. Was it New 52? But I mean, he was basically wallpaper. He was basically background. I don't think they really haven't done much with him since.
Yeah, I can't remember
the late
the last
90s.
time I've heard that name.
Although in the 90s, he did get his own one shot.
You know, honestly, for DC to do a one shot in the 90s, they had high hopes for you. Oh, yeah. Now they just do one shots all willy nilly now.
I bet you they were trying to spin him off into something.
No, they're like, no, we prefer Superman. Calm down.
Oh, you give him his own city.
You've already tried this, remember?
Either a solo.
Remember that guy named Steel? That Superboy? Remember that? We didn't like that.
don't know. Maybe there's just like, okay, we can kind of do a Superman, but we don't slap an S on his chest. And yeah, either that,
Yeah, poor thing.
either a solo book or a team book or something.
Like I said, him and Booster Gold and maybe a little Blue Beetle, Ted Cord or otherwise, justice for Ted Cord.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a shame. I hope somebody does. I mean, Future State, there was their chance and they wasted it.
Hey, there's a new creative team coming in on Superman. We can do something. Or hey,
we should totally tweet the new creative team. Like, hey man, just for poops and giggles, can you do a story about it?
There you go.
Just food for thought.
And come talk.
I think they need to do a deep dive. I think that's what it's really missing with all the characters right now as it stands in the post-rebirth era. It just feels like because everything counts, nothing matters, and we don't even do like deep dives. We just create new characters because we're lazy. Shots fired. Pow pow.
Oh.
So, like I said, modern comics could never. That's my thought. That sums it up.
All right, you ready to get to the last one?
If we must.
What, you didn't like it?
No, I like it. It's just, I don't know, it makes me feel a ways.
So, yes, Action Comics 703. Oh, written by David Michelinie, who we've covered some of his Spider-Man issues. Ooh. Yeah, you can definitely tell it's his writing style.
People just love their red and blue characters. That's all that I'm saying.
Hey, man, back in the day, man, people would just like leave Marvel, go to DC, and back and forth.
Now everybody's begging Marvel to hire them.
What?
Don't know if that's a good idea just yet.
Looking at you, Ben Affleck.
I mean, he was Daredevil. He's,
We have a Daredevil, Charlie Cox. Fight me, nerds. No?
I like the Kingpin. I like the Kingpin on Daredevil.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of Charlie Cox.
Oh, breaking news. For the first time in history, Lil Hellfire, not a fan of Cox.
Right? Just food for thought.
Pushing the line.
So what happened in this issue, Philip?
All right, so Chronoside is the title.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be one of those stories.
All right, so in the midst of 0 Hour, Superman fights the Starro of an alternate timeline who conquered the world after defeating the Justice League of America in their first battle.
Rude.
Believing the crisis to be, for the most part, over, thanks to his recent work in the future, Superman returns to the Daily Planet to talk to Lois Lane. Perry White suddenly fades from existence. He literally...
did he have sex with his own mother?
Oh, I'm gonna say, Great Caesar, he's become a ghost.
Nice.
Yes, fades from existence, and Superman realizes that time must still be falling apart, working its way forward from the past. Jimmy Olsen confirms that all over Metropolis, people are beginning to disappear, starting with the oldest. Superman quickly rushes off to Ma and Pa Kent, as they are only slightly
too late.
They're only slightly younger than Perry White was. Again, arriving in Smallville yet again, Superman finds himself in yet another alternate timeline where he meets a slightly younger Jonathan and Martha Kent who do not recognize him. In this timeline, when young Kal-El comes to Earth in his Kryptonian birthing matrix, because that was the thing, instead of being found by the kindly Kents, his technology was stolen by nearby scientist Emmett Vale and was left for dead as an infant.
The darkest timeline, truly.
Yes. The Kents believe Superman is one of Vale's enforcers, and after explaining Vale's evils to him and inadvertently showing him a sample of kryptonite that leaves him debilitated, they chain him to their truck. The Kents walk over to the Vale.
Not the truck!
Well, kryptonite.
For the love of God, that truck, no matter what medium, that damn truck.
I know, man. What's that thing made out of? The Kents walk over to the Vale estate where they are captured and taken prisoner. Vale, clearly paranoid and mildly delusional, like everyone on this podcast, explains that he believes an alien invasion to be imminent and is trying to breach the barrier between dimensions to obtain more.
Little did he know he was right. I'm just saying.
What's he gonna do? Build a wall?
It's a quote. Dave Chappelle, calling someone crazy is dismissive. Unless they have tiny baby Cheeto colored hands.
Oh! Leave him alone. He's already been impeached twice. You want it in the record books. He's there. Obtain more weaponry. He killed the young Kal-El because the baby was an alien. When Vale opens up a rift between worlds, Superman learns the alternate Earth with so much weaponry is his own.
Because we didn't have our symbol of hope. Get it, guys? Get it, Zack Snyder? Get it, Walter Hamada? Do you get it?
That's right, kids. Give us a good Superman or kiss our ass. Dr. Vale attacks Superman with robots.
It's always freaking robots.
Good.
Why did it have to be robots?
Going all golden age on him. With robots he has designed, which Superman defeats easily. Although he is worried about how to deal with Vale putting a gun to Martha's head, she takes care of him herself, and Superman knocks the villain unconscious.
You don't mess with them farm girls, son. I'm just telling you. Don't do it. They cornbread fed. Don't do it.
Superman escapes from the alternate timeline and tries to deposit his own parents inside of it for temporary safekeeping as time moves slower in there. Lyra Lee of the Linear Men arrives to ask for Superman's help. Linear Men. Superman's help once again during the crisis. Although he's angry that he doesn't have time to save his parents, Lyra Lee explains that entropy is eating away everything, and as his parents fade from existence,
# big mood.
that they wouldn't have been safe anywhere. Back in Metropolis, Lois records her thoughts on her tape recorder as the whole city is engulfed by entropy and fades to white. Yeah, those last couple pages, it's just white nothingness.
Way to save on those pages and still spend the big money.
Well, you know, we need the money.
It's a stylistic choice. Sure, buddy. Sure.
We need the money. Gimme.
Take that, you nerds.
We still have to pay the same price for 2 or 3 blank pages.
Well, modern comics definitely took a page from that.
We need the money. Gimme.
So this was what, your least favorite issue?
Yeah, it's still good, but it's just my least favorite out of the issues. It just is like, you know, I'm like, oh, don't do that to Mom and Pa Kent. Don't.
And is it also kind of like, I mean, it's not the same exact thing, but it's like we already did a parents thing. So why are we going back?
Exactly. So I guess they wanted to do the converse of, the Kents. But I'm like, don't we have like 3 other Elseworld tales for that?
Well, it's like, you know, the first 0 hour we got.
It's a bookend. Fine. I'll allow it. It's a bookend. I get it.
Well, but it's like the first issue we got, you know, his friendship with Batman. The second one we got the parents already. The third one, what if he had never met Lois? And again, we're back to the parents. It's like, do something, you know.
But to be fair, the parents were a very big influence during this time.
True.
Influence.
But unlike other characters, Superman had 4 shots this month, so it's like, you know, do something different every book.
I think maybe somebody slept through the memo and it was too late.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
They're like, oh, damn it, you were doing the parents? You didn't fax me, man.
You didn't fax me.
Because it's the 90s. That's what people did in the 90s, right? Faxes and Xeroxes, I believe it was called. Ooh, or even worse, what was the one with the purple ink? The little dot matrix. I can't think of it now.
I don't know. Call me on my landline.
You know the one with the paper where you had to tear the little things down the side? Those printers.
Oh, those printers, yeah.
Yeah, those.
It's like a dot matrix or something. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, but no, overall a pretty great overarching story, which I think is what's lacking from the Superman books right now.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a vision. Everything had a purpose and a place, which I appreciate.
And like you said, like you pointed out, I mean, they even said, you know, these days they had 4 different books with 4 different creative teams. And guess what? At least once a year, they get together and like plot out the year and be like, okay, you're going to do this one. I'll pick up here and you'll pick up there.
I really feel like, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And if they listen and they hear this, take it as shade, but DC is lacking a firm hand in the at the executive level. Things are just kind of, hey, you're my friend, I'll scratch your back if you scratch mine. Everything's kind of willy-nilly, and there's not a lot of structure. It's a lot of chaos. And a lot of that has to do with AT&T, but a lot of that goes back to this post-0 hour time where DC was in kind of a free fall with, executive decisions as well, and they've never truly fully recovered from that, and it's a shame.
But it's just sad that it seems like the Superman books were more cohesive in this era than they have been the last couple of years. And meanwhile,
he was a priority. Superman was the priority. Like I said, Wonder Woman should be a priority for DC, but she is not. If you've noticed, saying, everything goes in the Batman basket. We have time for nothing else, not even Justice League.
Well, that's what
especially not the Justice League comic books.
That's what the boys do.
Batman.
But no,
and everything kind of spun out of that decision to really go full throttle with Batman, and slowly but surely everything's fallen by the wayside except for Batman.
But it's just sad that it seems to me that the books were more cohesive when you had 4 separate creative teams rather than the last couple of years.
Because they had a firm hand. They cared about the character, about the brand. Now they don't.
But Bendis was writing both main Superman books now. It's like it should be cohesive. It's got the same writer.
Bendis.
Or does it?
Oh, you think maybe?
Hashtag no shade. Y'all know I love me a good Bendis Miles Morales. You know I do. But when he came to DC, I've noticed some discrepancies.
His Daredevil was good, yeah.
I've noticed discrepancy at DC. That's all that I'll say about it.
Oh.
And Superman's just not the character for Bendis, as we've all found out. He's just not. His heart's just not in it. I will just say that it does not feel like Bendis' heart is into it, because look at Miles Morales. Look at all the characters that he actually created and even really, really, truly wanted to work on and make his mark on in a very respectful way instead of a roll goes our way. I'm just saying, he took the check, ran with it, and he got stuck. That's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. That's what it reads like.
You think maybe someone was ghostwriting some of his stuff?
Get Dan Walker on the phone.
No. I respect his integrity too much to say that was him, because he's not a bad writer.
True.
I don't know, maybe some upstart, up and coming, maybe an assistant. I don't know, but it doesn't feel like Bendis to me.
He's
like the dialogue sometimes, but not always.
He was letting the interns write the books. What?
I wouldn't be shocked, because it was just that badly written. That not like you said, no cohesion. It's kind of weird.
Yes.
Nobody tell Brian, by the way. I bet not see this.
Oh, great!
Did Bendis not write the Superman? No, he could never.
No, it's gonna be the 20 hits and misses of Brian Michael Bendis.
Nobody. I would be here for that, actually. If actually I wake up tomorrow and I see that, I'll be like, I see you, Brian, and I respect that choice, but you get one, and this is your one.
Oh my!
Nobody tell Brian. Y'all can spread that one. You can tell him, because I need to see Bendis roasted for Superman, because it's a travesty. Like the way Superman stands now, it breaks my heart. There's nothing I like about Superman at this point. I'm definitely not invested in the TV show. Don't care about him in the Zack Snyder universe. His comic books are garbage. I'm sorry. Hashtag fight me. And his merch is lacking. Like, I have not seen Superman merch in a Walmart in 6 months. It's all Deadpool. It's all Star Wars and bands from the 70s. Remember, you could always count on seeing a Superman t-shirt at Walmart.
Oh yeah, something with
always.
Something.
Go look at your Walmart, and I bet you will not see a Superman t-shirt at this point in time.
No, if there's any DC character there, it's gonna be Batman.
It's Batman.
Maybe.
I've even had Red Hood shirts and no freaking Superman shirts.
I was gonna say maybe a Wonder Woman, something.
No, not even Wonder Woman's in the Walmart store. Not even in the kids section.
Not even 84 Wonder Woman 84 t-shirts.
Nope.
Oh,
I had to go on Amazon and get all my Wonder Woman merch, except for the Funko Pops. The Funko Pops were at Walmart, and it was only 2 of the Funko Pops. It was the white dress Wonder Woman and the Golden Eagle armor. The Steve Trevor one I had to get The second version of the gold armor I had to get off of there, and a couple of other ones. The cheetah one I had to get off of Amazon. So I'm just saying, it's very, very depressing to walk into a store and just not see DC merch. It's just something to think about. If you notice it, you noticed it. So something's going on. Warner's is messing up. I mean, AT&T is messing up. You can't just get rid of merch because that's really actually where all your profit is. So something's going on.
I mean, DC's
something is afoot, children.
Well, yeah, they're messing up. I mean, you know, I love Batman, but it's like it's the home of Batman and a bunch of other characters now.
Batman.
We had the big seven, the epic, gods of the universe, and Batman, who they don't know isn't a god because he's just that dang good. That whole shtick. And I just don't know what's happened to DC at this point. It's so depressing. Like, to go back and read something this good, this well plotted out, didn't mind spending the money for it, knew it was a reboot. How could you not know it was a reboot, at that point? And didn't mind it. Actually, like I said, it's my preferred reboot.
Ooh.
Now I just roll my eyes. It's like, 6 months? Oh, must be a reboot.
But we don't call it, at least they used to call it a reboot. Now they won't even acknowledge it's a reboot.
So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm on my 5-year break. And honestly, when I did my 5-year break from Marvel, that was at the time when they were like on bankruptcy after coming off of selling the #1 highest selling comic, like how do you do that? And it's kind of that whole thing. And I just took 5 years from that and they came back even stronger. So as long as they, there's a couple of executives that I expect to not be around much longer. They probably have about 6 more months. And I think after they leave, and when you hear the news, you'll know who I was talking about, DC will get better. And Walter Hamada, I give him 18 more months. You heard it here first. 18 months from today. Count him. He's out of it.
What the F?
Scapegoat and gone.
Remember, kids, you heard it here first.
Honestly, there's just some people that they need, like they got rid of Dan, but that was kind of a political thing, not really a business thing. Like he just had too many people he pissed off too many people, so he had to go. So that wasn't like a choice. It was office politics. So a couple more people, and we might actually be able to get DC back on track. Don't hold your breath until after the Snyder cuts out, though. Nothing's going to get better until after that comes out in bombs. And we can put that to rest.
Wow, you need a cigarette.
You know that Ben Affleck picture of him outside his rehab? That's how I feel looking at DC News every single day. Just one of those. It's just such a travesty because I love DC so much. And I know how good it can be, how good it was. And I just want to, and Marvel's just dunking on them, dude. And it blows my mind that Marvel is dunking on them because Marvel, the MCU I don't recognize a single character from the comic book version. I'm just being real, which is why I'm not invested in the MCU. So it hurts my soul. And on that note, we can go. I've ranted and raved about that in love.
What?
Because I have to go be nice to WandaVision tomorrow. So.
You don't have to be nice. We know you're the contrarian when it comes to Marvel.
No, I actually love Elizabeth Olsen. But the whole Olsen, shout out to the whole Olsen family. Like, I'm a 90s kid, be real. Full House, 100%. Even Fuller House. So, I got a special place in my heart for her. And I love Wanda. I love the House of M. And it's just a shame that Scarlet Witch is the way she is currently in her current state of MCU. And they're also getting rid of Hawkeye. Even though I like Kate Bishop, they just did Hawkeye dirty. They did Hulk dirty. They did kind of, even to an extent, Iron Man kind of dirty, making him this auxiliary kind of character instead of I just needed one more Iron Man movie. I'm just being real with y'all.
Thank you.
But they couldn't afford it because RDJ. So it's just, that's why I feel the way I feel about the MCU. So,
Like Capes and Lunatics episode 192 for the WandaVision.
Yeah, I'm excited. It looks good because, we were getting a lot of, I'm an old school comedy fan. So they're doing like I Love Lucy and, those 90s sitcoms through camera kind of things. So I'm super excited.
And did you see tomorrow we're getting the first 2 episodes?
Oh, it's 2?
Yeah. I guess
nice.
for the first week. Yeah, 2.
Makes sense because they really don't, they got to give us something. It's the pandemic still. They got to give us something to shut us up. Because Mandalorian's gone for who knows how long now. So you gotta give us something.
Exactly.
So yeah.
All right. Well, we have our announcement to make though too.
Yeah, let's do
All
that.
Well, all right. Good news and bad news. Well, the bad news is
We're being truly like DC and going forward with more Batman.
I was gonna say the bad news. Yeah, we're gonna stop the Arrowverse stuff for a while, but yes. So now every Monday, starting next week, you're gonna be getting Batman every Monday now. So
because it's what sells. We've sold out. It's fine. It's been a long time coming though. The Arrowverse is almost dead. Let's all just be honest. Stargirl's the only thing holding it up. Sorry, Superman. And we'll give you reviews on that.
Yeah, and we'll be back every so often. It's just not going to be a regular basis. Yeah. So
when it warrants it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so good news. I think Batman's pretty popular with the fans. So yeah, so now you'll get Batman every week instead of every other week.
Batman.
To see our fans.
And I think I'm also going to be able to talk Phil into maybe talking some Harley Quinn or something else like that. Well, we'll mix it up at the end of the segment, maybe. I'm trying to talk him into it.
Maybe we should do some comics in like an episode of Harley or something.
Absolutely. I love that version of Harley. Kaylee Coco. I had my doubts, but like she has made that character her own, and they've made that whole universe its own. And I really love it because it's that it's that villains bar vibe that everybody was really feeling, and so I'm pleasantly surprised.
We might even be able to get a guest for a Harley talk. You know who binged the 2 seasons of Harley Quinn so far and was raving about it?
Who?
Mr. Will Allred.
Shut the front door, really?
Yeah, he liked it.
Nice. It's always nice to have a real professor aboard.
Oh, burn!
My arch nemesis, and don't you forget it.
Yeah, boys, look at the party. I love the party.
So
lots of Batman going forward, kids. So
although you will see us because we will talk the premiere of the Superman show, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have to talk about that.
Well, that's gonna be a big night because Flash comes back that night also.
Nobody cares about Flash. Stop trying to make Flash happen.
How dare you?
Put it out of its mercy, for the love of God.
But yes, and Lilith doesn't want to talk Batwoman, but she will talk Superman.
I want to support Batwoman, but I didn't like the first season to begin with. And just because the actress is black doesn't mean I gotta watch it. I stopped watching Black Lightning, so I'm just saying. If that's what y'all thought, no, you were sorely mistaken.
I was gonna say you don't want to give it a chance because I guess all the other characters are there, but I was gonna say it's almost like a new show because you got a brand new lead.
I didn't care about a single person except for Alice, so.
I know she's again. Why didn't they just cure her? And
I look, guys, y'all know that. Like, I didn't mean to shade Ruby, but I know how Ruby operates, so that's why I didn't get invested into that Batwoman show. Like, I just didn't. She just has a thing. She's like Colton Haynes, and y'all know I love Colton, but he has a thing about committing to TV shows.
Oh my!
So and this is his last season, and I don't want to see that painful. I don't want to see it go right off the cliff and down the toilet.
Just give it some penicillin tea.
They ain't got the will to live. That's the problem. The Arrowverse is dead. We have to realize that the Arrowverse is dead. Arrow was the heart of it. It's gone.
Yeah,
Green Arrow and the Canaries not moving on. We've known that for like years, but it's fine. So that universe is dead. The thing we care about is dead.
It's on life support. It would be dead if it wasn't for Flash.
And Flash is really getting long in the tooth.
Yeah.
And it's showing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see where we go this season and how many cancellations we announce.
All right.
But I think we have sponsors to pay these bills.
Yeah, but
keep these lights on.
But yeah, first, like I said, next week we'll be covering the Batman issues of 0 Hour. There's only 3 of those. So Batman 511, Batman Shadow of the Bat 31, and Detective Comics 678. So.
And see, I feel just the opposite about it. It was like 4 books for Superman at that time was sustainable. All those books for Batman were unnecessary. I enjoyed them, but they were unnecessary.
Yeah, for the longest time, it was just Batman and Detective, and I thought that was like a good mix.
You know what? Legends was not bad though. Shadow wasn't bad either.
Yeah, no.
But it was just like it could have been like a quarterly or like an annual, and it would have been fine.
And like Legends really didn't even, I don't want to say it didn't count, but it was all. It's like the first 100 issues were like Batman year one, so it was like they were kind of out of continuity.
Exactly, but yeah, like it's interesting. Choices were made, and it was interesting. It was an interesting experiment, but Batman came out on top. So
that might
what
be.
do we know? We're just stupid old fans.
That might have to be a special we do one day, like just like all comics of the 90s, just
rank
like
them.
Decisions made, comics that came out. You know,
we need to do that.
We do have an episode 200 coming up.
I'm on board. Let's figure it out. I'm on board. You know, I love a good critique.
And I was gonna say watch Charlie, but Charlie be just like, just tell me where to be and I'll be there.
Like, remember, you're gonna need to remember the numbers, Charlie. You're gonna have to look that up on the wiki.
I can't remember numbers.
I'm excited for that though. It's actually a pretty good story, so I'm super excited.
What?
For Batman.
Oh, yes. So yes, next week Batman 0 Hour issues, and then I think I found a good mix of stuff. Towards the end of the year, we'll have episode 50 of We Are the Knights. Something for that. Oh, wait till August, people. I pulled off some people will be like, that's impossible. In August, we will have crossovers with We Are the Knight, Ultimate
Batman podcast,
Ultimate Spider Cast, and The Devil You Know. What?
We're so narcissistic. I love it. I love it.
My teacher.
Touche, sir. Touche.
All right, everyone. So, yes, so send your thoughts next week. Batman issues of 0 Hour, all leading into Comic Capers number 100. So, I'm just thinking long box and boobs, because you were like 100, get it? She spelled out boobies on her calculator every day, people. Anyway, so send us your thoughts. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow, Legends of the Arrowverse. The social media will still be there on Facebook, on Twitter. We still have the Facebook group, Star Labs. But hey, if you want a nice active show, go follow the Batman Podcast on Facebook. Follow We Are the Night on Twitter. Hey, Agents of the Bat, our Facebook group is almost at 300 members. So
look at us go!
Hey, last I looked, I think our Spider-Man group, Web of Spider-Man, was it 2 away from 1,000? So
don't let us down. Who's gonna do the 1,000th?
Seriously, come on, kids. And hey, let's rub that Batman up to 1,000 too. Come on, kids.
Batman sells. We know this. It's a statistically proven fact.
That's right. See, even drunk, she could say that. Anyway, so follow all the social medias. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah, it's empty. I'm drunk.
So yeah, smash that subscribe button on YouTube.
Smash it.
Links to Patreon, or again, we're going to be doing our rated R movie reviews.
It's Capes and Lunatics After Dark presents the Hard R.
The hard was implied.
And links to merch. Put it up.
See?
See?
Yeah, which way?
Now you can drink like Lil Hellfire. Get yourself a Capes and Lunatics cup. Anyway, links to
and somebody to donate their liver to you too.
links to merch. All in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And remember to support the sponsors. Very important.
If you want to hear the Hard R in HD crystal clear quality, please, kids, go out and get yourself some tweaked headphones.
That's right. Want to hear those rated R movie reviews? Get yourself some tweaked audio headphones. And
I got a list of the dirtiest jokes ever for that movie, by the way, too. So I feel like we should start every episode with a really super dirty joke.
Oh, nice. Nice. And you know what you could do while you're listening to podcasts? play some games. So go get yourself Hunt a Killer.
Yeah, Michelle Gray still needs your help, guys. And they have a ton of they have a lot of stories on now. I was actually on the website earlier.
Oh, yeah.
And actually on Amazon, well, we'll get there when we get to the Amazon plug. But I found something interesting about Hunt a Killer on Amazon.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm gonna get one for us because it's got to be almost over, so I can go see my boys. Hopefully we can get more. Maybe we can get the whole crew together.
I was gonna say, next time we're gonna have a get together, like we did in the before times. We need to get Diana Marnell down here.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God, I was gonna say,
oh dude, we could just rent like one huge Airbnb.
I was gonna say, oh my God, can you imagine you, Diana Marnell, in the same hotel room?
Oh my God, no. The hotel might catch fire.
I was gonna say, I was just about
there will be no ice for sure.
The hotel burned down. Anyway, where was I? Oh yes, use the code Southgate for Tweaked Audio and Hunt a Killer. And for those of you who like to read, go pick up Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback, volume 1.
I'll read to you, my love, Marnbug. I'll read to you. It's okay.
Oh my
Till the audiobook comes out, I'll read to you.
Her leg on you, stroking her hair. And then in the first chapter, Rob Southgate dropped more celebrity names. Anyway, go get Pod Life the book, now in digital and paperback, and you can get that on Amazon. And when you do, use the link for Southgate Media Group right down there in the show notes.
Oh, and fun fact, you can actually get the completed sets of Hunt a Killer on Amazon. So when you use that link, you can actually buy the whole case file instead of having to wait to month over on Amazon.
Nice.
Because I'm impatient.
So look at all the stuff you can do on Amazon, and do it with the Southgate Media Group link right down there. So, because hey, it helps support our various shows, the network,
and of course that madman Robert Southgate,
that time anomaly himself, Rob Master Doom Southgate.
Make it rain, so says Master Doom. Please kick me in the pants. Why did your my box? Mark my words.
All right, Lil Hellfire, where can people find you causing mayhem?
I am actually going to live tweet what's left of the Arrowverse. So if you want to join me, you can find me on Twitter at Lil Hellfire. But if you like pictures of cute dogs and smoothies, you should follow me for life updates at Lil Hellfire 86, and of course for the memes at Lil Hellfire 69 on TikTok and Instagram.
I don't feel like they went in deep enough. I'm 12 when you need me to be 12.
Oh, wait. We didn't even get this episode.
Not in the face.
There we go.
That's what the kid said.
All right. Thank you for joining us for, the last regular Legend of the Arrowverse for a while. Remember, every Monday it's going to be Batman's World. Every
Batman! Hit it.
Oh, that's right. Yes, because, we listen to our fans.
Batman.
You know what our fans love.
Batman.
That's right. Our international fans.
Batman.
Batmans.
Batmans! That's right, Ray. Plenty of kids had plenty of feedback for those Batmans. So yes, join us again for more Batman. Remember, go stick those parents in a temporal anomaly.
Chrono Disc